I don't know, Ben, did you guys okay marijuana's Thursday? Money-wise?
There's 5 of us in this building, we cannot talk.
You care about that stuff? Because I haven't seen no checks. There's only 4. We're missing one.
You come into this meeting? Yeah, but 11 o'clock. Call this meeting to order. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yeah, yes, I'm here. John.
What?
Oh, you're here, never
I'm
mind.
here.
Bruce?
Yeah.
John?
I'm here.
Present.
And Tom? Not here.
Did he say if he's coming or not?
Yeah, he didn't know we had a meeting. All right, we're here for our budget workshop. John received a couple checks, so we're waiting to add them to our budget.
You're not gonna get a final until the revenue sharing comes anyways, and that's the end of June. And then you didn't.
What do we get for a check for Metro?
One was 68, and the other one was $10,036.
10,000.
$36.
Then there's another one for it too.
Yeah, there's a $68 one in there somewhere. Oh, 45.19.
45, 19.
Yeah.
Okay. Your new line on your Metro app? Huh?
I was looking for it.
10, 7, 1, 6, 39.
1,760, say it again.
$10,716.39. So as of today, our total coming in is $1,476,458.60.
Sorry. I apologize, say it again, so I can write down 1,000.
$1,476,458.
Oh, carry it.
400.
That would be our total revenue. Right there.
Oh, there you go.
$58.60.
58.60.
That's not with our, we have one more check coming.
All right.
We got about a $70,000 check on it.
And with all of our actuals are in, we spent $1,273,000. That's at the very bottom of the bottom of the page. 1,273,169.95. That's with all the checks that she was supposed to write after our meeting. So our grand total would be the next one down where it don't have no, this one right here. This part right here. We are $203,288.65 in the good.
Say that again, 203?
203,
Mm-hmm.
288,
Okay.
65.
65 cents.
Yes.
Okay.
So does that become your carry-all? What does that number represent?
That's just saying that we are in the good of not spending everything that we have. We're not in the negative, we're not in
Yeah, but where's that number go is what I'm trying to figure
the, it's
It
already.
becomes part of our carry-all, or it's already-
in the carry-over.
out. Got it, okay.
Mhm. So should I add that?
Yes, it's in the carry-all, yeah.
Or should I add that?
But the
10,000?
carry-all, remember the carry-all is the general fund with the marijuana.
Right. But should I add that $10,000 checks up there in the carryover? Because we did add it to,
No, put it as an actual of your Metro Act down
I
here.
did,
Okay,
okay, and that raised our income.
yeah, but it's going off of here, off the actual total, not off your carry-all.
No, we carry all for this year's budget. Should it be added onto that, this year's budget?
No, because this could be added to this one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This is a carry-all balance of what was from
This year.
23, 24. This is new income that we're projecting to bring in.
But this carryover should have that $10,000.
It will here. Because you're gonna guess, you're gonna say you're gonna get $10,000 of Metro Act. That's a projected income.
So it won't get carried over.
Not on the carry-all, no.
So you're gonna, all right, let's go step by it. Carry over is 1,345,582.47, correct?
Correct.
Then we have property tax. We're suggesting $102,000, correct?
I would say, because this actual was last year, it all depends on the housing and stuff.
Then our delinquent, we went 200. Trailer park fees, 500. Our administrative fees, 20,000. Special use permits, 500. Land divisions, fees, 750. Then zoning permits, 1,000. MFLA, 250,000. State revenue is, you said, 414,815.
Yeah, that's the projected that they provided for us, yes.
Then our Metro Act, you got 6,000. You want to go up to 10?
That's 10. First time I ever seen 10, so.
Or do
You
you
can
want-
stay 6.
We're gonna stay at 6.
Okay, so help me out. The 6 is what we're projecting we're gonna get a year from right now.
Yes.
Correct.
Doesn't include the money we just got, because that's
No.
for last year,
That's actual.
which is still June.
Correct.
So we're gonna keep that at 6.
Okay, fire runs, we have 10,000. Our fees, we put down 500. We only collected 181. Our interest, we'll keep it at 5. Donations, we'll keep it at 100 for Parks and Rec. Grants, 0. Miscellaneous fees, revenues, $50. We don't project taxes over payment, do we?
No, that's, when, the 941s are made out in the quarters, if we owe or they owe us, that's just, checking the 3 months that we put in, verifying what they think we put in.
So last year, our last budget, 2023 and 24, we didn't transfer air, market, correct?
Right.
So I need to remove that from that line. The actual budget, the 2023 and 2024 are removing it, because we did not transfer, correct?
We didn't transfer the money to general fund, no.
Okay, so now.
But you don't keep it in here showing that you have it? Where do you?
Well, we
look?
do have it, it's shown at the bottom, right below, right below the, you see
I
where,
gotcha, yep. But since you didn't transfer it, you take it out of here.
yeah. And that changes that total for this year. Okay, so our grand total revenue coming in is 2,560,000.
It doesn't change it now that you just did that? You took the 408 out, didn't you?
No, I left the 408 in this budget year. Okay,
Oh,
I took it out of last budget year.
okay. I should've
It's
checked
not
that
part,
out.
it's not part of the carry-on.
I get it now,
Okay.
but I
It's
scratched
in
it
the
off
separate
thinking he was taking it
You
out.
took it off the wrong one. All right, so the grand total on that one is 2,560,959 and 19 cents. Okay? So here comes the budget. Board of Trustees salary, 6,000. Administrative assistant wages, 33,000. Township board supplies, 5,000. Board dues, 3,000. Township board assessing taxing, 2,000.
What did we like?
Wow.
Township board notices, 2,000. Housing for training, 3,000. Township board seminars, workshops, 3,000. Supervisor salary, 20,520. Supplies, 150. Phone, 360. Supervisor's mileage is 400. Deputy wages, 500. Election wages, 25,000. Supplies, 12,000. Election mileage, 1,000. Notices, 1,500 for elections. Maintenance and repairs, 2,000. Is that gonna be right? Does any of those elections need to be changed? No?
Should be, okay.
All right, the professional service audit, 7,250. We'll make a change on that one. let's just go 7,500. Okay, I just want to, because last year was 7,025,
Yeah,
and
that was cut.
with interest and all that. Okay, assessor salary 30,000, assessor supplies 2,000, fuel allotment $1,560. Attorney fees, 15,000. Clerk salary, 22,248. Clerk supplies, 1,000. Clerk's phone, 3,600.
No,
360.
360. I'm sorry. Clerk's mileage, 1,000. Deputy wages, 3,500. Mileage for the deputy, 200. FOIA coordinator, 6,000. Board review salary, 1,800. Board review mileage, 100. Yeah. Board review notices, 1,100. Workshops, board review workshops, 300. Treasurer's salary, 22,520.
20,520.
20,520. Supplies, 2,000. Is that gonna be enough, John? You think? Because you're at 19,500.
No, it depends on the mailing. It's going up and
oh,
up.
yeah.
Let's
it went
go.
up again.
I go 3,000,
3,000?
yeah.
So it did go up again.
Should we move, let me look here. On the supplies for the assessors, that including the mailing and all that?
Yes,
Huh?
that's gone up.
But is that the mail, is that the assessor supplies that she uses? So let's take that up to, go back up to assessor supply, so where it says 20,000, let's go 2,500,
Okay.
okay? And let's go back to, where were we at? Supplies for,
We're in treasures.
yeah, treasurer supplies, we moved that up to 3. Okay, treasurer's mileage, 500. Treasurer's phone, 3,600.
3,600.
360. Deputy salary, 3,500. Deputy mileage, 100. Town hall property retro, 2,500. Township hall supplies, 500. Utilities, township hall and property utilities, 5,000. Township hall property maintenance and repair, 10,000. Township hall maps, computer upgrades, 15. Township hall property equipment, 7. Future hall development. I'm gonna put a number. Right now, I'm gonna put down 408. 408.66.00.
Okay.
We go 408.006.81.
Okay.
So
I'll think
that's
about
the
that for a minute. This is till June of '24. So you're saying if we do the hall It's not gonna be built by June 24, 25, excuse me, we're in 25 next.
If you're
And you're only
using,
gonna spend 400,000 to build that hall?
Oh, okay.
That don't make sense.
I see what you're saying.
And then if you start talking in the 800s or a mil, where's that money coming from? So then you gotta transfer over there, averaging account to general fund,
And marijuana.
no, not marijuana, well, yeah, some of marijuana.
The grant,
At the very-
ARPA?
ARPA, thank you.
yeah, the HARPA was the 408 I put in.
yeah,
All right, let's put in.
I don't know what the bids are, so I don't know what to say about that one.
You gonna leave it blank until we get the bids?
It'd probably be the best thing to do.
Yeah, because we're getting the bids.
Well, you know you have roughly, I didn't bring my paper with me. What do we got? Oh, you got average in here.
Yeah. I got-
500,000,
Then I got 400. I got 400 in ARPA. Let's just wait, leave that one blank until we get the bids. We're getting the bids, supposed to be here on the 20th. We passed out, and we have a meeting on the 25th. That'll give us somewhat of an idea. Where you put it, number.
I'm just putting here so I remember. Just ARPA and aggregate account, we have a 908,179.15.
Right. All right, cemetery, 300. Okay, I got a question. We haven't used it in 1, 2, 3 years. Can we get rid of that account?
Which one's that?
Cemetery.
cemetery.
That's for the flags that
I
No
never
one's
get
been finding out.
anything
We
from
never get
that.
anything. That's for the cemetery in town, right? The veterans would come up and ask us.
That's what I thought. I think last time I asked Tom, did you hear anything?
Yeah, I don't get anything from them.
No.
I can't do a check.
I got a question. The township does have what they call a paupers spot, so it should be on Kane Road, and it's on the west side of the road. There's like a 5-acre spot. I guess all townships or somebody has to have it to begin with. I would imagine just keep that account open for something, in case something happens over there.
I've
Where?
never even heard of it.
I've never heard of it.
Neither have I.
There is a cemetery, but it's a private cemetery.
No,
That's on the dirt road over here.
That's Asheville, but there's
Yeah.
one on Cane Road too, it's just family.
Yeah, Asheville, you can't even hardly see the graves in there. Nobody maintains that woods.
I'm sorry, am I talking about Oak?
No,
I
you're
hope
thinking
so.
about,
Oh,
no,
With
this is
medical
Kane.
marijuana guys are.
No, should be just north, there's a property, 4950 Kane. There should be like a 5-acre spot just north of that address. It's a blank spot, and that's what they call our paupers spot. I learned that a long time ago when I was in the planning commission.
I've never heard of
Been
it.
on the planning commission longer than you, and I don't remember that one, Jens.
Really?
I'm not saying you're wrong, I don't remember it though.
Yeah. Actually, everybody, municipalities are supposed to keep a certain spot
No.
for
Well, you
that.
don't help that.
Just
You
get up
when
with
you
it.
do that.
Now we got 5, we can pass that out.
Should be on your map.
But,
Should be on the map over there.
law enforcement contract, 100,000.
So you're gonna keep that 300 then?
Yeah, for
Okay.
fire protection contracts, 60,000.
No, law enforcement, 100,000, how can that be?
Did you look at what?
We got
the
$196,000
The last two times?
in the contract.
Huh?
We just did a contract for like $196,000.
That's with the vehicle.
No, it's not $100,000. We only paid $100,000 for one cop. We're paying
Oh,
officer.
Paid 83, 130 this previous year, it says.
so it's one, what was the contract you did?
Yeah, but the contract started January.
Yeah.
And I think it's been coming into off the marijuana account.
Is the, by the way, since I'm on that page right now, I'm looking at that right now. You've got the 23-24 budget. That means 24-25 budget.
Oh, yeah.
And then to the left of that, you have 22-23. That means 23-24.
Yes.
I see what happened. I didn't change those ones. I thought I did the last. I mean,
So last year actual was 83,130 and 29 cents
For one.
for law enforcement, yes. But that includes the last 6 months, right?
Right. Have we determined how we're taking money out of the marijuana account to pay for the other officer? Are we doing it off of the marijuana expense?
Yes.
We are? Okay.
Yes.
So then I guess 100,000 would be okay then.
right. So fire protection contract, 60,000. The fire trucks, rescue, 50,000.
Now is that a continuous or just keeping it at 50?
We just keep it because if they have a truck that they need, they were supposed to.
Right, but are we doing it continuously, 50,000 every year to build up? Or is it just 50,000, it goes out of this budget, and now we're saying only 50,000 again in case something
Oh,
happens?
because we didn't spend it last year.
Right,
What he's asking is, are we gonna add to it every year so the fund gets bigger, so when they buy a truck, we have it?
Right.
Or are we just gonna keep 50 in reserve? Period.
Let's,
Just want to say, did you read the paper? Because it's got in there what we need to pay for the vehicle for the fire department.
let's go 75.
They haven't come to us for one yet. They're supposed to notify us in advance if we
Well,
have a
guess
share.
what? I haven't been notified. Did you get notified, John?
for what?
They're buying a vehicle for the fire department.
They got a grant.
It might not be that it's coming to us as far as the fee, hopefully.
Okay, it's.
Let's go 75.
It's like,
So you want to add 25?
Yeah.
Okay.
Planning commission salary, 11,000. Planning,
I guess we need to find that out though before the 25th then,
planning commission,
if they're gonna charge us.
ZBS, ZBA supplies, 100. Master plan, how much are we? 'Cause-
Are you getting these figures from July's meeting,
June's meeting?
June's meeting?
which one?
Income and expense?
Yeah, and plus what she wrote the checks on.
Okay.
Right here.
All right.
yeah, because I redid it. And
But I'm asking, I wonder how much left of the master plan, the ordinance.
Well, originally, the research I did on what we paid them, which was 4 months ago, there was 11,000 and something still left on the original agreement.
And how close are you guys?
The planning commission put together, I don't think that's here, that's at home, damn it. I thought Devin was gonna make sure you had one. They put in their budget request. I don't have a look at
Not anymore.
could swear somebody was gonna make sure you had it for this meeting. I know they asked you to roll over because you approved, I'm spitballing here. We approved more money to extend it for a year. So they want to make sure you roll over more than that. It was in the numbers though, I don't know the numbers. I can make sure it's here for the next one on the 25th, that doesn't help today.
So you wanna keep it 45?
Yeah.
Because they used half already?
Yeah, let's keep it at 45. Till we figure out. All right, so that grand total, because we changed a few things.
So you do a total on every page, I forgot.
Yeah, I gotta look at this, because we added a column somewhere and screwed it all up. Be 373, 380.00. We total. Did change, right?
Excuse me.
Give me a second.
Yeah, you have 25,000. It's gonna go up.
Trying to fix my columns again. All right, ZBA mileage, the planning commission 200. Notices 500.
Now, you have under actual there 693, but just a month ago it was only 234 actual. What changed there?
Which one?
Oh, did you get all,
We
it
had
had
a
been
couple.
notices because we had several meetings.
Yeah, they had
So
several meetings,
That reflects that change then?
yes. For action, yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm going off of the actual, what we paid last year.
I know, I documented what we did at a meeting a week ago,
Right.
and it wasn't that high a week ago, but that's because things got added to it from that time. Okay, I understand that.
So is 500 low?
For what, notices?
I mean, we do a lot of notices for the
Yes.
planning
But a
commission,
lot of it is marijuana, right?
but it still comes out of notices, doesn't it?
No, it comes out of marijuana.
So even though it's a notice, it comes out.
Not all of the notices come out of marijuana.
No, but the ones for marijuana
notices
come out.
should be coming out of marijuana,
Marijuana.
correct.
But the other ones
So,
are,
okay, then in that case, why did that go up so much that month?
because the one notice was almost a full page by itself. And it
What
was
that?
over $2,000.
That wouldn't have been planning commission though, would it?
No.
ZBA had more meetings, right?
They had a
We had
special.
one meeting or two meetings last month?
One.
Well, you had one
We had-
special one,
we
because you
had
had a
two.
regular one, but that would have been
We had a
noticed.
special one, correct.
And the special one should have been paid through the guys paying that.
But it still
You
comes
should
out of
have
this
still,
fund.
it
that's all.
comes out of that.
Right.
All right, let's go 700. All right, zoning administrator salary 15,600. Supplies 750. Phone 480. Mileage 100. Fuel allotment 1560. Drain at large 8,000. Special work, road work 2,500.
25,000.
25,000.
All right. I still wanna, I've been searching a lot of different counties on how to improve these accidents. Because we just had another
Yeah,
one,
another one out.
Brown
There's two.
and Oak.
Two the same day.
You
Yeah,
had
the other
one
one was
on-
an officer.
You had
Still
one-
accident,
But it was
they
a
still-
stop sign. That was because the lady turned left while he was coming.
Okay.
Brown and Oak is terrible. We almost got broadsided there. People run that stop sign
Well,
on
The
seven.
worst one,
I pushed it at the road commission meeting as a question, and they brought it up. And they said, and they come back with us, what are we gonna do? Who's gonna be responsible if it gets wrecked or damaged?
the stop sign.
Who's gonna be, the
The-
flashing stop signs? And then yesterday I was driving to Grand Blanc,
They got them all
On
in the
Irish, they have a blinking signal light over the stop sign that's solar. And it constantly flashes
Like a red,
a red bulb like this.
because they're running Kane Road and Brown. They're running Brown and Oak Road. And it's like,
Yeah, about anywhere.
But that's
the
what we got.
Kane Road's got stop ahead signs on this road.
right here at this intersection. Oh, at Brown too.
They have a stop ahead signs,
Correct.
and they ain't still stopping.
No,
That's true.
they do their own.
And it's like,
I mean, you got the Ripley strips.
I don't think that deters them either.
It slows them down. I'll tell you, I almost went through one in Genesee. I was just cruising in my convertible, just enjoying it. And I was like, oh, where'd this come from?
so, let's keep it at 25 and
I would go higher.
what do you
Because
want?
I would love to push that to get some safety here.
I do too. We've already did the sirens, and I will talk about that in a second. What do you want to go to? 40?
Where do the sirens come out of? Is that marijuana?
Yes.
Safety.
Okay.
Safety.
See, I think you're right about keeping it at, where is it?
25.
20. I keep it at 25 because we'll look at marijuana for safety.
Okay. Grant expense, 1,500. Special road work,
Road regular.
Road work, right?
regular. Moved on me. 230,000. So that 15 that we just approved, John, the spray, that'll
Yeah,
come out of.
That comes out of the 25.
It's special.
Yes.
Okay.
But we still owe another 139,000, 24, 25.
Yeah. For the road,
So 230
won't even cover.
might
the-
get us started. I forgot when they start. When did they say they wanted it in by February?
Our next one will be our February meeting.
Yeah,
And
February.
2025. The road commission wants them in by like February to figure out.
Oh, for the
roads
next-
year.
well, it'll be January, we will discuss sending to get a quote.
Yeah, I got you.
Because February, beginning of February is when they want everything in. It used to be May, and they're figuring out that the quicker they get quotes in from all the counties and townships and that, they can be one of the first ones that the companies can start bidding and get us a cheaper price instead of waiting until summer starts. That's why they moved it up.
Right, but what I was saying that for is because I didn't understand what you were talking about. Now I understand what you're talking about.
Because we still owe
I
an
understand
inch, we still owe an inch, but what they're suggesting is, because they're doing Saginaw Road again next year,
Okay.
they are suggesting that we do Walton on the other side of Kane the same way. Okay, strip it, lay it down and press it, and if they need more asphalt, they can bring it in from Saginaw Road and lay it down too. That's what they did with, what's the one that's on the campsite?
Washburn.
Washburn. Gene and Ed did that whole 4-mile stretch. They needed a lot, so they brought the blacktop from Saginaw Road,
You talking about the crushed stuff?
the crushed stuff. And they also brought it for Walton to make the base better. And they're suggesting that we do Walton do another 2 inches on the other side
This year though.
this year, coming up.
So the 230 is where we're at.
Right.
And we have 100 and something already accounted for, is what you're saying, out of the 230.
Right.
So what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Let's go 250. Okay, just to be on the safe side. Then the following year, Ben, we'll come in and do an inch, because we gotta go back and do an inch on both roads. The
So
following
the
year.
mile that we did already with a couple inches, how much does
Yes.
that mile cost us?
Total,
Total 180.
190 or something like that?
Yeah.
So if we do the next mile, it's gonna be 190,
Yeah, roughly.
and we already owe 100 and something, you said, to a different project, so 250 doesn't even touch it.
Let's go 300.
Doesn't even touch it. Does it?
Well, they're not finished with this other project, right? Right? They're not done with that mile stretch, are they?
Yeah,
They're done?
they already put the 2 inches on it.
So we paid for it full?
No, they haven't sent us a bill yet.
So roughly what do we owe? That's the question.
We paid 140,
The bill was 198.
and we paid over half of it.
So about
That's always the deal, we have to pay it.
146?
It was 100 and
Can't be 146.
198.
198
What am I thinking?
divided by 2
90.
equals.
92.
We paid 99,
99,000.
and it's 99 coming.
Okay,
So we owe we owe 99,000 right now without
Yes.
doing anything.
Right.
So 99 is coming out of 230, that leaves you 131.
so what do we spend 40,000 on?
On the lines.
Yes,
The lines.
all the lines and stuff, okay.
Yeah. When are they starting that? Did they say it?
No.
No? Okay.
All right, so we'll put it at 300,000 for right now. Ambulance, rep's salary, 6,600.
How come about,
660.
What?
did we always have, why are we so low on Bob? He's always getting his checks.
I don't know, maybe that makes,
No,
So-
he always gets a check. He's always the first one to get his check.
Well, he didn't turn anything in for this month. Sometimes they don't have a meeting every single month.
June?
There wasn't anything for June.
Because I gave him a check. He came and got a check this week.
Yes, he did,
He's
for
ZBA.
ZBA.
Ah, that's right.
all right, ambulance contract, 37. So I'm gonna go, did somebody say that they were raising it?
Yes, they did raise it, so we need more than 37.
All right, we'll go 40.
Go for it to cover what they raised it to?
Yes.
I think so. ZBA salary, 1,500. Marijuana expenses, 700, and
I think if this is, I haven't seen no change. That's roughly how much we had for marijuana, yeah.
717,540.
Right, but that's not projected from the 250 that's coming in next year.
Right.
So do you want to change it? You're showing that as what we already have?
Yeah, money that has not been spent. I gave him, and do you still have that sheet
No, that was,
from last budget?
yeah. That's what you gave me.
Okay,
So that's money that's already in that fund,
right,
period.
correct.
But you know you have another 250-ish coming this year.
Well, projected, yes.
And that's what we're supposed to do.
Probably more than
Project,
that, right.
So you want to add 250 from that? Let's see what we have on the grand total when we get down there. Because we have to start figuring out when we gotta put money. City park rep. Is this,
Never mind. This is expense, not income. So you're supposed to be putting what you think you're gonna spend, not what you're getting.
Correct.
Why'd you say correct when I said the other thing?
Well, because I got that 717 figure from all the money we collected from marijuana
That's the
minus
license
this
funds.
expense.
Right.
So we could spend up to 717,000.
Right.
It's all marijuana.
Right. But we don't wanna put the speculated here, the speculated goes
No.
into income.
Right.
That's on.
Income.
So
Correct.
this is the city park rep salary, right?
Yeah.
820. Township park wages, 8,000. City park and rec, what is that one?
That started like, what's it for, their baseball?
Yeah, that's,
Oh,
every year
man,
we give them
we
money.
didn't give it to them this year because it sat in the mailbox.
What's that
It
now?
was in the mailbox over there on Park and Rec.
Oh, okay.
And it was here since May,
Really?
beginning of May. Park and Rec expenses,
Go back to whatever you were just talking about though for a minute, because I don't know what you just said. The 1,650, what happened to it?
the envelope sat over in Park and Rec's mailbox. It never got produced so we could get a sign for the ballpark. I think it's still over there.
That's for the city.
Yeah, that's for the
Yeah.
city.
It's got nothing to do with a sign.
This- For the
No,
Little
that's, what that is there's a donation every year that we give to the city so that the kids in the township,
I'm well aware of that, but he's
Right.
talking about a sign.
Oh,
It has
I
nothing to do
thought,
with a sign.
but we never got a bill for that?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Is that the one you're talking about
no,
that's over there?
that's for the baseball,
Okay.
Little League.
Well, number one, if we get a bill from the city, then it has no business being put in the Parks and Rec mailbox. Because it's nothing to do with Parks and Rec.
Put it in there.
I'm just
I
saying.
thought it was
so-
the other one, the donation that we always do at the.
No, we always traditionally gave 1,500 a year. and
So we
it
didn't
went
give
up.
them nothing this year.
Nope,
No,
And the reason,
I never saw anything.
they never give us their invoice.
Yes, they do.
At one point, somebody, told them they have to get an invoice. We can't just
I
give
did.
them money.
you might want to.
So are we going, okay, if that's true, are we gonna double that? Because we still owe it to them, or are we just gonna not pay them at all this year? This, budget year?
Probably get a hold of them and find out what's
Should
going on.
double it.
okay, that's 3,300.
3,000.
3,000 what?
3,300. That's double on, okay, park and rec expenses. I didn't get nothing.
Okay, there was something handed in to the planning commission. It should have been.
It was all part of our meeting last night, yeah. Or
Thursday.
Thursday.
Right.
And I haven't got nothing.
And, well, I've got something here that's a copy. This is our estimate of everything that we have, and that's like our trash cans, the dog stations, smoker post, park improvements, events and supplies, an outdoor message board improvement. There's other improvements, parking lot improvement, stone for the lot, stone for the, I guess it's Crush Creek or something they're adding to the parking lot. We came up with a total of $49,649.03, and then there's well, of course, we're going on with meeting wages and utilities and stuff, but anyway, there's a sheet that I have that you can have a copy, so I have to have this. But this was turned into the planning commission.
The planning commission did go over it all Thursday and made a recommendation. Unfortunately, I thought Devin was giving it to him. I didn't bring my copy, I didn't realize it wasn't.
Okay, so I can
It's sitting at home.
turn this
About
into,
40,000.
Huh?
You said 40,000.
49,649.03. That's our projected. But it may go up for park improvements. It depends upon what they're gonna do with the parking lot, you know, because I talked to Bob Ryle and he says that there's some things that have to be improved for that. And we have to get, 2 more handicap signs. We've gotta get the cement barrier things for the handicap swing. So that we have to get, you know, that's gotta be all improved too, because with the sand, they can't push a handicap, you know, chair for the.
Right now, I'm gonna put down 50,000.
Okay. Yeah, for right now. But
Park utilities, 2,500. Park rec maintenance wages, 1,500,
15,000.
15,000. Library rep, 400. Come on. My computer just froze on me. Hold on. Save. Open back up. Right. Library rep, $400. Insurance and bonds, 15,000. Land division, 500. Grand total on that one, 1,208,910 and no cents. Okay. Okay, now we're employees payroll expenses, 17,500. Contingency funding, we got, refunding bonds, 1,000. Property tax refunds, 200. That total hasn't changed yet. Total expenses with all of it added is $1,801. 1,801.
What are you gonna put in the garbage?
I guess we put 30 again.
30 or 40 until we find out what we're gonna do with this raise.
Put 40
With
to
that
40.
contract.
We'll put 40.
And what that means is what we're adding from general fund to
Yeah.
the
Right.
garbage fund.
To the garbage until we get a code where they start paying for it.
Right. So without the contingency put in, we have a grand total on just them 4 pages is 58,700. Just to sit here. That total.
Okay.
So now, with all the totals, all 3 pages, is 1,841,588.00. Now, we are coming in is $2,516,959.19. You subtract the 1,841,000 from that, we have $719 and 719. 371.19. To find out, where do we put it? Where do we put it?
Park it all in contingency while you're talking, I guess.
For right now, until we figure out what the planning commission.
I mean, that makes it 0 for your temporary, and then you figure out what you need to do to change it, right?
Well, we still got the future hall development that we have no spot, no money filled into it.
Well, you didn't put none in it.
Right.
You didn't put the 900 and some thousand in it.
Right, we're gonna have to transfer aggregate
And
into it.
we projected, we spent 47,100 on the garage, right?
Yeah. Let's,
Now, could that have, half of that should have been marijuana though, because the marijuana car,
well, probably never got done that way.
but it could,
It could have, but it did not.
but it could.
Right, the
Still.
rest of it could come out of the marijuana fund,
Rest of what?
the rest of the building.
No, not the total, no. I'm saying out of 47,000.
No, 47,000 was part of the building, the 20,000 plus the road, and all the tree cutting. And that, all came up, that 41. But you still get.
But that's for the future hall.
Right, then you got the rest of the hall, the rest of the bill for the garage. We only paid 20 for the garage, right? And the bill was 50, total was 50,000, let's say.
Well, we only paid 47.
We paid 47
Do you have a
throughout the
balance
whole
due
year.
on the barn yet, on the garage?
We still have a balance of the garage, so we haven't paid full. That could come out of this coming year's marijuana. But you're talking the tree cutting, the driveway, and the 20,000 that came out of the building, that's where that's coming from, that 47. So let's take the 7,000,
What?
the 719,371.19, put it up in contingency. Hit enter. Right now we have a total balance of zeros as of right now. We have 2 questions on that need to be answered. It's the hall and park or planning commission. Correct?
But you have numbers under both of them
Yes.
now.
Well, we don't have no numbers under the hall.
The hall numbers are gonna come from the aggregate
And,
and art. It has
Yeah.
nothing to do with general fund until we put it in there.
right. And so we did transfer park, but we did not transfer aggregate.
No, I never transferred them.
No,
I never transferred either one in the
Correct.
general fund.
but on the sheet, we transferred one.
We transferred to ARPA.
Yes, but I did not transfer any money from the aggregate up to there. And we'll find that out when we do our bids.
Correct.
So ARPA is already included in the.
HARP is already included in.
No,
the general
it's not
fund.
in the general fund money, as in money.
On
It's
paper.
not even on the figures. Correct.
He says he transferred.
No, you guys agreed to transfer, I never did.
He says on here it was. I'm trying to find it.
Right, but we never transferred it to general fund. It's still sitting in the ARPA account by itself.
See what they on us?
If you look at last month's,
Oh, here it is.
167. It was in the paper the Wednesday.
What was?
what we're expected to pay for the vehicle.
No, for the fire,
It's not for the vehicle.
or for the fire hall.
Oh, the
Whichever.
fire hall.
Oh, no, this is for equipment, we'll transfer firefighters and equipment, lights, batteries, turns out gears, air tanks. City council voted June 3rd to notify the townships to cover the Vassar Fire Department. Vassar Township will pay $167,366.85.
Say the number again. You, one.
167,399.58.
It's 167,000.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to figure out what you said, because
Let me see this. I think we're getting we're paying.
I think we should call and find out, because we're doing our budget.
your phone flashed, right? It's weird. So
Yeah,
I have a
I
corner
like
of my
that.
eye, I wondered what it was.
I like that. So I don't have to hear it.
See,
I guess I'd put 175,000 until we figure out how much we hold.
Right, well, we're paying 167, the city's paying 205.
So I said I would put 175.
Okay, hold on. Now I'm gonna take everything out of contingency right now then.
No, let's take 175.
Hold on,
To
I
that
wanna
number.
take the contingency out first. I'm gonna delete the contingency. Then go up to the fire truck. Fire truck. 167,400. Okay.
What'd you make the fire truck?
167,400. Okay. Now that takes me to, that's why I took it out, took the thing out of contingency.
I would take it out of marijuana. It's under safety.
Okay, hold on. Let's do it this way. Hold on, guys, don't write it down yet. 17400. Divide that by 2. Equals. Right. I'm gonna put fire truck at. You see what I did?
What's that, 90? Give or take?
It's 83,700. 90,000. Put for the fire truck. The rest will come out of marijuana.
Yeah, it's out of the 70.
Okay, let's do 90. 90 on the fire truck.
90?
What about your other, you're not gonna put the 70 or whatever in there too, or not?
No, it's already in the marijuana, it's 717.
No, we changed the 50,000 to 75,000.
No, we'll just
You're gonna
take it.
use that towards this fire
Yes.
truck. So cover that number again, that's what I'm putting in.
90,000. What do we have for salary for, planning commission? Straight below it. 1,100?
11,000.
11,000. All right. Okay, now I'm at 704, three
But see, at
seven.
11,000, she could just be their regular salary, not just special meetings. The special meetings are coming out of marijuana, if I'm not mistaken.
Right, that's just, the 11,000's been there for 4 or 5 years now.
Okay.
So we have for contingency now again, 704, 371.19 equals. Okay, we're back to zeros again. We're back to zeros. Okay, now, you wanna work on garbage over here? Or you wanna wait?
Do I don't care, you're the budget man.
All right. Last year, we charged 212.
210. 212?
Help me figure out where we're at on the sheet, so I know what we're talking about.
The 2024, 2025. I'm looking at the 2023 and 24, what we
Okay.
charged for 2024, 23 taxes. $212 times,
I thought, I'm trying to think down, 1511 is garbage parcels are being charged.
1511. That's what I got 1510.
Okay,
For the new one.
1510.
But on our, we gained a bunch of them from the last budget year, I guess.
Yeah, from 1499 to 1511, yes.
So I got 1510 for, but now we gotta figure out what we wanna put.
1510 parcels?
Yeah,
Yeah.
510. You already had that written down on your sheet already, it was below.
Oh, it's on the next page.
Back.
Sorry. I didn't see it roll over.
All right, if we could raise it, if we raise it, from 212, 5%, that's $10.06. If we go to 3%, that's $6.03. But we really don't know what they're asking until the bids come in.
Well, it's up to us too.
Right.
No, not us as far as the bids. If we
Yeah,
raise
yeah,
it,
yeah, no, we know, we have to ask her, go ahead.
let's use a weird hypothetical. If we raise it because we know currently we're in the hole, what if the new proposals come in cheaper? Do we have to charge what we agreed to raise it to, or can we lower what we agreed to raise it to?
New contract, new,
I'm not talking about that. I'm saying when the new contracts come in, let's say they're cheaper than what we're currently paying. We don't know what's gonna happen.
Right.
But let's say we agreed to this new 222.06 at your 10% or your 5% increase. And then what if it comes in lower than that when the bids come in? Can we lower what we agreed to raise it?
oh,
what I'm
I see what
asking
you're
you.
talking about.
Yeah.
We said
Do we
we're gonna
have
raise
to
it.
have it, he's saying, do we have to have that number stating that's what we're gonna raise it to?
No, we have to have that number, I understand that, right?
He's asking if the year after we end up making money in there, can we decrease it?
Exactly.
Then we'll decrease it or keep it the same as what this year's will be. You just see what I'm saying? You don't raise it, you just keep it the two, what will be? 220 and 60 cents?
So under our current contract, what is the cost per resident? I assume it's on here, I'm trying to find it. Where we're collecting 212.
Okay.
What are we paying per ad parcel?
Right now, oh, how much we pay?
What do we-
For all the parcels, we pay 26,119.
That's
That's a monthly we paid this year until January.
Okay, so now divide that by the, whatever the
Right.
current
So
number
if you
is.
figure that number times 12, that comes up to
Okay,
313,436.
300, say it again.
313,436.40. That's for a year.
Per month, per year.
Then divide
But we
it
only had 6 months in this one.
by, divided by, no, 15 times.
So I was roughly figuring if we charge 220 for garbage for 1510, that's roughly 332,200. It'll cost us.
What were you saying, 220?
Yeah. If we
That's
raise
in
it to
between.
220.
That's between the four, that's probably about 4%.
Right, that'll give us 1 year. Now, a new contract comes in, and they go over to 11970, and they add 3% every year.
That's
They
not
add
my
3% every year. Then it's gonna go up 26, 119, 3%, plus whatever that is, plus another 3%.
Right.
That's what we've been averaging
Is-
in garbage. Do we want to continue to go that way? If we do that, times that by 5, because it's usually a 5-year contract, let's go.
Let me get down to the questions.
Okay, that's another $7,835. So take that and add that gave it to, what was that, 7,000? 26. Because you see, what we projected last year, we ended up paying cheaper. So, starting January, we're gonna be paying $33,955. Now, times that by 12,
Starting January what? The new garbage?
yeah,
Our current contract goes through January?
no, it goes to the end, but if they add another 3%,
I see
they
what you're saying,
continue
you're
to do it.
speculating, got it.
Yes. Times 12. That's 407, 467, 32. We're gonna have to pay out. Now, divide that. See, how can we figure this one out?
I don't know, but hypothetically, right now, we're charging 212 a year, you're saying.
Yes,
But right now, it's
To
only
the end of
costing
this year, to the
207 a
end.
year. It's only costing 207 per parcel right now.
no. It
You
was
said it's
313,
313,436
313,436.
40 cents.
Yes,
Divided by the 1,510 parcels is 207.57, right?
yeah, okay, you're right, 207 a parcel,
That's what I meant.
a month, a year,
Right.
correct. But
200.
now with the raise, it's 407.67, so divide that into your
Oh, I have to hear those numbers. 407 what?
407, 467, 32 cents is what it's gonna cost us to collect garbage.
With new 3%.
Yes. So what's it gonna take a year for 1,510 parcels is what we have to figure out.
That's 269, that's not right.
Yeah, it is, because if you add the 40,000.
If we do the 220, like John was saying, be 300 and,
30,000.
330,000, 332,200.
See, we never, in the 5 year we did that contract, we never compensated for that extra 3% in that new contract.
We did,
That's
but
why I
at
didn't
a
like it.
curve, I thought.
No, not charging wise, no.
Yeah, we did something where.
We did one time 10% to try to catch up. But it didn't catch up with the 3% every year.
The board didn't raise every year.
Correct.
It was
So
supposed
how
to
did
have
we
been
collect 212 then?
It was supposed to have been 10, then 5, then 3, and 3.
Took money from the general fund.
So like I said, if, let's see, what would it be?
Get a deal, I don't get it done, so. Okay.
332,200. Three hundred. Three, 2, 0, 1.
What do we charge the residents right now? What do they pay on their taxes?
212.
They actually pay 212. So hypothetically, this year, nothing had to come out of general fund then? Because
Yeah,
you're collecting more than you're
we
paying.
transferred 40,000 over.
Why, if you're collecting more than you pay?
Good one.
Not.
You said it's costing 207 per resident per year, and you're collecting 212.
Now with the 3% raise. That's
Not
what
the
I'm trying
current
to
year.
get to.
Not the current year, not the 3%
See,
for
but
next year.
this is the hardest part about this, and we need to go yearly on the budget. Because when you break it down, January,
Half a year's under old budget,
Right.
half a year's under new budget. That
Correct.
I understand. In January, you taxed people 212 for garbage.
correct,
This month, the month of June, what is it costing per parcel?
what did I get total? I got it here.
It's right there. Because you said at the end of this time, he might have 10,000 in the good. Does that,
Okay, 57,000.
with us.
If I'm looking at this sheet, is that what that cost you this month?
That sheet is the same as the one above that. I just got the paperwork.
I'm looking at the budget, I'm sorry, I need to look at the current year. The month of June 30th, 2024 cost you this amount, right?
I haven't done none of that. I just got the paper, you just handed me the paper today, that right there.
No, how about this? Is that the actual cost, or is that what you projected a year ago?
Was that, what year is that?
That's 23, 24.
Yeah,
Garbage budget, month of June 30th, 2024.
Yes.
That's the actual,
I
I think. I don't
I don't
know.
know.
I'm asking.
because if you look at it, and get all the information like I did before. I guess I did. This year I did. This year I just transferred.
You put last year's numbers under each of
Yes.
the months this year for the budget.
I copied the one before and just changed the dates, and I was waiting for that paper.
No, you didn't change the date either.
Yeah, it's right here, 2/25.
But here you did not.
Oh, yeah. Oh. That down there I did not. I can do that right now.
Okay. That would help.
Wait.
All right, for winter taxes, we collected $319,829.07.
319,000.
$319,829.77.
And that's just for garbage.
That's just for garbage. That's what we collected from winter taxes.
And that's the only time of year you collect for that, right?
Correct.
So that gets divided by 1510?
You could, yep.
Is that how they're paying right now?
I would say yes. That's how many parcels?
Right. That's how many parcels get charged that?
Yes. No,
Or
this
get
one,
charged that amount?
this one was only $14.99.
Yeah.
Oh,
See,
oh, so divided by 1,400 and what?
$14.99 parcels.
90?
They were charging us for 1,499 parcels.
Okay, so divide that by 14.99 is what we're saying. So each resident is paying, each one is paying about 213 and 36 cents.
213, we only charge 212.
Yes.
So that's why you're in the hole, which doesn't match up with the numbers I was ringing up a few minutes ago.
Correct. I'm going actual numbers that came in.
Yes.
That's supposed to pay for all our garbage till December of this year. Now I'm at 25.
So out of the general fund, you had to pay
24.
$1.36-ish.
Where am I at? 24. By the end of December, 24, that will pay from December to December garbage. And right now, we have 174,523.52 in the bank. So you got July, August, September, October, November, December, 6 months.
Okay, so something else we need to talk about right now to make life easy. I hear you talking about changing things. Let's change the contract. There's no reason in the world a garbage contract has to be January to December. Let's make
It's not,
them,
yeah. Oh, I
let's
see.
have them change
Yeah.
their contract.
Yeah, we could.
July 1st to June 30th.
Well,
And then
that's
theirs
all-
works with our budget every year from
We
then on.
could.
It's
Yeah.
super simple.
But, no, we have the contracts coming up.
So we need them to know what we need for contract dates. Now, that first year, they will include a proration one way or another. It'll be after the first of the year, so it'll be an 11th month for the first year contract, or whatever. Follow me?
Yeah.
Or a 6-month. It'll be, they would do, more likely, they would do an 18-month contract for the first year's
For
contract.
sure, to catch up.
That gets them a year
And we
plus
can
6
also do the
months.
same thing with our budget and go back to January. Go January to December.
That's way harder than asking somebody to just fix one thing.
Well, a lot of things like the contract,
Police contract.
police contracts, it's January to the December.
So let's change that one the next time around. Have them prorated.
All right.
So we're back to how.
So we're roughly 15,000 in the hole.
So if you raised it 5%, 212 plus 10, whatever you said, I didn't do the math.
The 20.
1006, I think you said.
I think
So it'd be
he already
220.
No, it's 20, if he went, if you go $2,020 per
$212 plus 10%. You said was 1006. I didn't check
I
that.
said 5%
5%.
was 1006.
Yes, that's what I meant.
But he was saying just go up to the 220,
Oh,
okay?
instead of doing a 5%.
Yeah, we're gonna go up 4% roughly. And that's and that'll be a grand total of 332200. So we're gonna have that number so we could, when they get time to, I think it's in August, they have to mail that to get it on the winter tax.
Right, what I'm saying projecting is, it looks like it's close to 7,000 the first year to be an extra 3% we gotta pay out. Then you take that 33,000 and add another 3%, because that's how it's been averaging.
Right.
That
That's
brings
just by
another
that one current
8,000.
contract.
Right.
Let's hope the next one doesn't do that.
So roughly, say, let's say 8 times 5, that's an extra 35,000. That's outrageous. That means we'll be paying roughly 58,000 for garbage. That's why I said before, that was senseless to get adding that 3% before.
All right,
We got garbage cans out of the
I got a couple of things before we move on. But it's nothing about the budget, because everybody's here now.
Oh, and I have something too.
All right. John just received this. You wanna go over it then, real quick?
Well, we just made copies and we should talk about it the 25th. These are the new, the
Properties.
land that went into, what do you call it, foreclosure or whatever, where we have the right to buy a piece of land if we want, for what the taxes are owed. There's a lot of them. So he needs to make a copy and present it to you guys. And we could talk about it. We gotta have it figured out by, I thought it was, must be on my other paper.
Must be.
I thought it's July. It's before the July 13th meeting. Is that what it is, July 13th, the next meeting?
July 9th is our next one.
Yep, July 9th. Yeah, it was before that. Here it is. And I just received it, so it's got to be in by July 1st to sign it saying we do want it or we don't want it.
So I'll make
So I
So
will,
you're gonna have to add it to the 25th meeting.
that's what I would,
Whatever our next
yes.
meeting.
But I'll make copies right now before we go.
Okay.
All right, the next thing is, the sirens will be tested and connected to the national weather system of the week of the 24th.
Nice.
All 3 of them have power to them. And they will be tested and then go with the national weather system. All right?
All right, can I talk now? I would like to make a motion about the township car. It was made before and it was denied, but I made a couple changes on it. For the keys for the vehicle.
So
I'll
what
read
was
it
the
out.
attorney said nobody should have keys to anything 24/7? Is that what you're going with?
Could be. Just let me, okay, I want to add, so that John make a motion to add to the key policy, the marijuana coordinator, to have access of the township hall and key and code in all municipality licensed vehicles to be checked in and out with the administrative assistant prior use and return no later than the next business day. The people that can sign the keys out is administrative assistant, clerk, park maintenance, marijuana coordinator, treasurers, well, the park maintenance will be out.
Well, number one, if you're gonna make that, why would that
Well,
be
we
out?
haven't discussed yet.
Well, okay.
Marijuana coordinator, treasurer, zoning administrator, supervisor, trustee, assessor, and other board members for training. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the tractor out of there and the park maintenance personnel. This is just for the licensed vehicle,
For the township car.
for the township car.
So are we talking about it now?
I know, I didn't get a second.
I second.
Nobody just wrote that motion down. No, that was a long one, so if you're not giving it to her in writing, you're gonna have to say it 32 times.
I wrote it down.
She don't have it yet.
She will in a second.
Okay. So you got a second?
Yes, Deb seconded.
Okay. So why in the world are you taking the tractor out, the maintenance person out, when you, not you, when I was told by this board, the attorney said we had to do it. I was told that we're gonna be at the last meeting under a Zoom call, we were gonna have to pay for that because I needed to be proved that. I've only asked for the attorney's opinion now for like, this will be the third time. If
I
the
didn't
attorney
vote for
said
that,
that,
so
if
I
the
don't
attorney
tell
said
you
that,
about
then why are
I
we
never
doing it?
heard the attorney say that.
Well, two other people said that it did. And an audience member piped in and said, of course, you know, we're paying good money for not listening to the attorney. So why are you removing that? Is it possible that the attorney never said that?
I don't know.
Well,
All I know
I'm
is,
asking.
the reason why I took the tractor out and the maintenance out, because I don't believe it should be a part of that in my motion.
But then you don't want to listen to your attorney?
I didn't hear my attorney, I never talked to my
Well, we're being
attorney. I
told
never
by
seen
people on this
anything from the
board, we're
attorney.
being told by people on this board that it happened.
This is just for the car, correct?
Correct.
And my question is why, if the attorney insists that we're supposed to do it for the tractor as well? And that's what I was told at that meeting. And then I was told that we would have to have a Zoom meeting with the attorney the next meeting. That didn't happen.
I did hear that,
Yep. So prove it to me.
but I never heard it from a lawyer. Or saw anything from the lawyer.
Well, if that's what the attorney said, then we need to deal with it. And if that's not what the attorney said, then that needs to be dealt with.
I'm just making a motion. You can kill it or vote on it.
Ben,
What'd you do? Oh, you can turn?
your emotion?
All you gotta do is make a copy of it on here and just take out a few words. Instead of writing it all out, but,
Yeah. God forbid I don't write it word for
I just want
word,
the,
so
I just
there we
want the
go.
car to be used. Because they all, in the policy, they all have to be insured.
You know, there has
All
a,
the checks and balances there.
We don't have a policy yet, do we?
no,
We have it for the insurance company.
they gotta be background checked and,
Just my opinion, okay, it would be park maintenance, municipal maintenance. And municipal, I would understand him checking it in and out because for the tractor, you'd have to get gas for it.
That has nothing to do with that.
That has nothing to do, okay. I
It's
was
just to be
using
a
the
license,
vehicle to
this
get
is for a
gas.
licensed vehicle.
Right, to get the gas for the tractor.
Well, I don't
You'd
know.
have to get in a container, drive down with the vehicle and go get gas. I imagine
Yeah,
that's what you would use
I
it
don't think we ever came to that scenario yet.
Well,
Who's gonna put a gas can in there? I don't know what kind of gas can you guys have. Does it have a non-odor one?
because Tom, didn't you get gas for it one time?
Yep,
I
they
assume
got
you're
two
talking about diesel
containers,
fuel now?
2 containers.
Yeah, diesel fuel.
but it's
So that-
not
Well,
gas.
no,
It's not
Well,
gas,
diesel.
it's diesel.
Diesel,
It's
right.
diesel.
It's diesel.
Yeah.
Excuse me, okay. So what they would do is they go take that township vehicle, take the cans for diesel,
Now I
go
understand
get
what you're
diesel
saying.
gas, and then go fill up the tanks for the
Would
park.
the maintenance person be also allowed to check out the car to be able to get diesel fuel for the tractor? Is I
Correct.
believe what she's trying to say now.
Correct.
last time I heard the clerk volunteered to get the gas.
Yeah,
Diesel.
Diesel.
fuel.
diesel.
Yeah, you don't wanna put gas in
Petrol,
there.
no, petrol's gas too.
Well, I'm just saying now, this is the idea for the key for the vehicle, to add them to the list because Mr. Faber would be the one to be checking it out and going to get the diesel.
But well, like I said, the clerk volunteered to do that.
Well, this would take the quick out.
Because she'd be in that list.
I know she's on the list, but still, it'd be, in case she's busy with elections or something and he's gotta have diesel, it would allow him, Mr. Faber, to get the diesel.
I'm just going what I wrote. And I took out the maintenance.
Well, he's now the municipal maintenance, because he'd have to do the new township hall area too.
Correct, but he's not on that list, so
Well,
it don't matter.
he should be added to the list.
Why? Maybe he would agree to just go get it in his private vehicle.
I don't know.
And that wouldn't be an issue because we do have a gas card so he can fill up both of the containers.
Okay. Well, I'm saying just in
I don't
case.
see why it would be a problem.
I've done it in my own vehicle, I mean,
Exactly.
Right, I know, but I'm just
Just-
saying,
And John has done it in his own
So,
vehicle.
You just
back
did-
to, yeah, but I'm open. So back to, how are the cans? Are they odorless where they don't,
they're
vapor
just,
don't come out?
They're just the yellow diesel
they're
cans.
just regular,
They're
I
sealed
know, but the
cans.
caps, are they?
They're sealed
they're
cans.
sealed
They
cans.
can get to a pressure point where it's gonna pass the seal.
Yeah.
It's not,
If you
gonna have-
keep it
it doesn't
in the
have a
car,
pressure relief where it's gonna
95.
pop off.
No, I'm just wondering, because they have them ones where the odor don't come out at all.
No. It's a sealed
I
can,
have
so
1 gallon one,
It's just like a regular.
it's a regular sealed
okay.
gas can, only it's yellow for diesel fuel.
Right.
Because I wouldn't recommend to put that in that vehicle, because if he gets heated up and the vapor goes into him,
well, diesel's
Well, you
electric.
normally just
gas.
gonna go to the station and back. You're not gonna sit someplace
No.
where
you don't know what's gonna happen from here
All
to
right, we're
there.
way off subject. Let's get back to this.
But I didn't put him in there, so I don't,
It's not in his motion, so move on.
right.
We have a
In the future
motion,
you wanna do it, do it.
we have a motion and discussion.
She's still writing.
Yeah, you shouldn't have done a paragraph.
What's yours?
Oh, you already made them? I don't have them, I got the new color, pretty. Wow. There's the color one right there.
Yeah, but mine are better because the front and back.
Oh, less papers.
Okay. Ouch. All right. All right.
Okay, can you read it back, please?
Sure. Motion by John Stack to add to key policy, the marijuana coordinator to have access to the township hall with key and code, and all municipal licensed vehicle keys to be checked in and out with the admin assistant per use and returned no later than the next business day. The people that can sign the keys out are admin assistant, clerk, marijuana coordinator, treasurer, zoning administrator, supervisor, trustees, assessor, and other board members for training. Seconded by Deb.
Any other discussion?
Yes, so now I would like an answer about what are we doing with the tractor? I understand his motion doesn't include it. I'm gonna prefix it with it's the dumbest damn thing I've ever heard in the world. But I was told by this board, the attorney said we have to do it. So I want an answer to that, so I can help vote on that. Why are we not including that if that's important according to the attorney, according to the board?
Because you can make another policy for the tractor.
Correct.
Seems kind of dumb that you wouldn't include it in this one if it's a requirement from the attorney.
This is a vehicle policy for the township vehicle, Ben,
And just a month or so ago, it included the tractor.
but it
Same
should
motion.
not, really.
It should.
That is not what you said that night. What's the
I
difference
know
between then and
because you
now?
all,
What's the difference between then and now?
Okay,
Let's get on that discussion another time.
yeah.
Then we're purposely knowingly doing a vote on something going against the attorney. I just want to make sure.
well, we can always bring it up later.
Roll call vote, please.
Roll call.
Okay. Tom?
Yes.
Deb? Yes. Bruce?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Ben?
Good, yes.
Four to
Four.
five, nothing.
5-0.
5-0. Motion carried. Public comment? We'll take a motion to adjourn at 12:40.
I'll make that motion.
Tom made the motion, Deb, you second? Right? Did you second?
No, Tom did.
I made the motion.
Tom made
Oh,
the
he made the
motion.
motion. I thought you did.
No, I'm saying,
I will. All right.
That's what you were saying, that you did.
All right.
I have a motion and a second to adjourn at 12:40. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Motion carried.
Okay.
Adjourn this.
Sorry.
You weren't that way.
Huh?
You weren't that way.
Well, I don't live that far away. And I was gonna go to Saginaw earlier.
Oh.